Friends, I'm Manish Rathod and today we're gonna discuss about the project integration management. So our main focus will be on the strategic planning and the project selection. So first of all, let us discuss about the project integration management. So project integration management involves coordinating all of the other project management knowledge areas throughout the project's life cycle. This integration ensures that all the elements of a project come together at the right times to complete a project successfully. So processes that coordinate all project management knowledge areas throughout a project's life, including developing the project charter, developing the preliminary project scope statement, developing the project management plan, directing and managing the project, monitoring and controlling the project, providing the integrated change control, and closing the project. So now let us discuss about the processes involved in the process project integration management. So first one is the developing the project charter. So it involves working with the stakeholders to create the document that formally authorizes a project. Second one is developing the project management plan. It involves coordinating all planning efforts to create a consistent, coherent document. Third one is directing and managing project work. So it involves carrying out the project management plan by performing the activities included in it. The output of this process are deliverables, work performance information, change requests, project management plan updates, and project documents updates. Fourth one is monitoring and controlling project work. So it involves overseeing activities to meet the performance objectives of the project. The output of this process are change requests, project management plan updates, and project documents updates. So many people consider project integration management the key to overall project success. Someone must take responsibility for coordinating all the people, plans, and work required to complete a project. Someone must focus on the big picture of the project and steer the project team toward successful completion. Someone must make the final decision when conflicts occurs among projects, goals, or people. Someone must communicate key project information to the management. This responsibility belongs to the project manager, whose chief means for accomplishing all these tasks is project integration management. Particularly on large projects, the project manager's main job is project integration management. To perform well in that role, it is important to understand the organization's needs and staff your project with skilled workers capable of making the project a success. Now, let us discuss about the strategic planning and project selection. So, successful leaders look at the big picture or strategic plan of the organization to determine what types of projects will provide the most value. Some may argue that project managers should not be involved in the strategic planning and project selection because top management is usually responsible for these types of business decisions. But successful organizations know that the project managers can provide valuable insights into the project selection process. So now let us discuss about the strategic planning. So what is the strategic planning? So it involves determining long-term objectives by analyzing the strengths and weaknesses of an organization, studying opportunities and threats in the business environment, predicting future trends, and projecting the need for the new products and services. Strategic planning provides important information to help organizations identify and then select potential projects. So many people are familiar with the SWOT analysis. So it is the analyzing strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, which is one tool used in strategic planning. For example, a group of four people who want to start a new business in the film industry could perform the SWOT analysis to help identify potential projects. So here you can see they have categorized all their needs and in the four columns: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Now, some people like to perform a SWOT analysis by using mind mapping, a technique that uses branches radiating from a core idea to structure thoughts and ideas. The human brain does not work in a linear fashion. People come up with many unrelated ideas. By capturing those ideas in a visual mind map format, you can often generate more ideas than by creating lists. You can create mind maps by hand using sticky notes, using presentation software such as Microsoft PowerPoint, or by using mind mapping software. Now, the second thing which we'll discuss is identifying the potential projects. So, the first step in the project management is deciding what projects to do in the first place. Therefore, projects initiation starts with identifying potential projects, using unrealistic methods to select which project to work on, and then formalizing the initiation by issuing some sort of project charter. In addition to using a SWOT analysis, organizations often follow a detailed process for project selection. So in this figure, we can see it shows that a four-stage process for selecting IT projects. Note the hierarchical structure of this model and the results produced from each stage. In the first stage of the selection process, starting at the top of the hierarchy, a steering committee develops an IT strategic plan that is tied to the organization's overall strategic planning. In many organizations, this steering committee consists of managers from departments throughout the company to ensure that all the projects are selected in the best interest of the entire organization. The head of the project management office would be part of this committee because the PMO acts as the central location for keeping track of all project activities. It is very important to have managers from outside the IT department assist in developing the IT strategic plan as they can help IT personnel understand organizational strategies and identify the business areas that support them. At the end of this stage, the organization should have a well defined list of IT strategic goals. After identifying strategic goals, the next stage in the process for selecting IT project is to perform a business area analysis. This analysis outlines business processes that are central to achieving strategic goals and helps determine which processes could most benefit from IT. In the next stage, the organization starts defining the scope, benefits, and the constants of potential IT projects. The last stage in the process of for selecting IT projects is choosing which projects to do and assigning resources for working on them. Now, the last topic which we will discuss is aligning the IT with the business strategy. Notice that aligning IT projects with business strategy is at the heart of selecting IT projects. This is consistently a top concern for CIOs. It is often difficult to educate line managers on technology's possibilities and limitations and keep IT professions in tune with changing business needs. Most organizations face thousands of problems and opportunities for improvement. To get the most value from technology, an organization's strategic plan should guide the IT project selection process. An organization must develop a strategic for using IT to develop how it will support the organization's objective. This IT strategy must align with the organization's strategic plan. In fact, research shows that supporting explicit business objective is the top reason cited for why organizations invest in IT projects. Other top criteria for investing in IT projects including supporting implicit business objectives and providing financial incentives. So, I think you get most of these about this topic. So thank you friends and have a nice day.